What's up, YouTube? It's your girl, Shar. Y'all know what time it is. Hit the like button, turn your notification on, and subscribe to the channel because I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Listen, y'all make it do what it do, what it do, what it do. And remember to speak when you walk on in the chat because ain't nobody sleep with you last night. All right. If you aren't following me on any forms of social media, go ahead and follow me at TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and X at Shar's Reality number 6. If you aren't following my backup page, go ahead and follow me at Shar's World number 6. Remember that this is not a chat for children, so if you're a child, you probably should exit stage left. All right, now that we got all the accolades out the way, hello and la-di-da-di to everybody. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Listen, I picked this picture specifically because this picture is giving hee ha ha nigga. Ain't nobody laughing. I was screaming when I saw this picture, and that's the type of time that I feel like she's on right now, right? She's using terminology like bet, game on. You want to play? Let's play, okay? And she's also saying things like, I see red when I see you. I think next CK is going to be the one next on the block list. Now, you know, once Melody figure you out, now she's also business-minded, right? She's also smart in her transactional relationships, right? She's also smart with the way she handles people. So she's not going to do it where it ever mess up her bag, right? Unless God comes down and tell her, nah, leave that right there, right? Because she always say when she make up her mind about something and she set on something, it's a go for her, okay? So I think next that CK is going to be on the block list. He's only going to be able to contact her for the show, okay? It's not going to be like it usually been where he can call on her for favors and things like that. I think he's coming closer and closer to the block list. I'll see you in traffic, okay? So let's talk about it. It's been a lot going on. We're really just talking about the motive, right? So it's been alleged that there is a meeting that had happened behind the scenes per Sharelle's World. I don't watch her much, but when there's stuff going on, I go over and I watch her. No shade to her because I don't know her personally, but, I go over when there's something going on just to see, okay, what is everybody talking about? And I had a chance to go over and listen. And last I checked, she was not a big fan of Melody's, okay? She had a lot to say, about the millimeters, about Melody and what Melody was and how, Melody was the reason for Martell's outburst and his rage, and Melody likes the mess that was delivered to her, hand delivered to her, right? Things of that nature, right? She mentioned, and that all Martell was trying to do was to be a great father, and Melody was perhaps trying to prohibit him from doing so, okay? And Melody needs to grow the hell up, okay? That was the last I heard. So I was really shocked that she had a change of command, okay? And then now, recently, I guess she came back and she said, I was sorry, I did not hear that, but from what I was hearing that, she came back and said, you know what, it's not Melody, it's definitely him, per that interview that he just did with Tasha K. It turned a lot of, at least real women, noses up, okay? It turned their stomach because it was pretty disgusting, okay? And I don't know how anybody could sit and endure that kind of behavior from someone like Martell, as straight manipulative ways and narcissistic behavior, okay? So anyway, that was the last I've heard. So it shocked me now that she is even covering this because she said that she was done, okay? So now she's saying, hey, listen, guys, I know, we had our bad blood with Melody. I know I'm really not the one to really talk about this, but hey, this is what it is, right? You guys need to take heed to this because it looks like Melody and Carlos are having some behind the scenes feud, okay? Now, I don't see Melody as having a behind the scenes feud, but I know that she was, very furious about the content creators, some her favorite and just some she probably just scrolled by being striked, okay? I know how she feel about her millimeters. I know that she takes them personally, so I know that she was hurt by that, right? So much so, like I told you guys in the last video, she says, listen, don't stop what you're doing, just find a new way in doing so, okay? But that being said, she comes back, and so they're saying that there's some feud going on behind the scenes behind this, right? So it's been alleged that her CK do not want anybody of the cast talking to the bloggers, okay? The bloggers is basically not a good look for Love and Marriage Huntsville, that the bloggers are basically giving away the tea, and that the bloggers are basically making money off of what's supposed to be his material. Put it that way, right? It was said another way, but I'm going to put it that way because that's the only way that makes sense to me, because a TV show is one level and a blogger is another level, right? Now, we keep the show busy. That's what we do as content creators by talking about the content that was delivered to us via television or via social media. That's what we do. We keep it flowing. We keep the juices going, okay? So for him to try to shut the bloggers up makes no sense to me, because they are the reason why your check keep increasing. So that didn't make sense to me then, and it definitely doesn't make sense to me now. So when I heard her say that it's being alleged that his issue is that the bloggers are making more money than the show, I said, that makes a lot of sense, okay? That makes a lot of sense. That will be the only thing that makes sense to me. And I could understand the cast members not being allowed to go to the bloggers and hand deliver upcoming scenes or information that's not supposed to be told, because it's kind of like a spoiler alert, and it doesn't allow the show to play out, right? I can definitely understand that. But I do not understand just putting a muzzle on the content creators just because you just didn't like them, right? So when they say that it's about money, like I said, I can believe that. Now, I don't know whether the content creators is making more money to him, that was said, but I do know that some of these content creators are very big and they're up there in range, okay? Shout out to them. I'm trying to be like y'all when I grow up. So with that being said, I can definitely understand that. But it said that Melody is also furious, right? It's being alleged that maybe she may have went to him and said, hey, let's have a conversation, right? Now, this is alleged, right? Because I'm trying to figure out how did the conversation came about, right? And the only how it could have came about if one, Melody went to him, picked up the phone or went to him and say, hey, let's have a conversation about these recent strikes, okay? Or, hey, he called the meeting and was like, look, this is what you guys are not allowed to do with the bloggers, okay? And then it gave Melody the opportunity to walk into that direction of that conversation, okay? So that's the two ways that it may have happened. We don't know, okay? So I gave you guys both ways so you can kind of visualize it like me. And they say, listen, what's up with you striking the millimeters, right? This is what you told them they were able to do during the podcast, and then you came back and you strike them, all right? And Carlos may or may not have said, listen, I don't really dig the millimeters, all right? They're costing a whole lot of records. They're costing a whole lot of problems. Your people are out of the fucking order, okay? And Melody probably said, but my people is the only people that keep it going, right? It's not because of me, but it is because of me. Like, I don't even toot my own horn, but beep, beep, you know what I mean? So I can definitely understand that to the fifth power, right? And he probably was like, hell with him. I don't want y'all even associating with the bloggers, okay? So again, if this is the case and he don't want them having any contact with the bloggers, and this is part of their contract now, right? Because it wasn't then. This is a part of the contract and they agreed to it. Here's the thing. Who abide by that? Is it just a Melody thing because her millimeters are the ones that you have a problem with? Or is it a Candace Beauty thing? Because you don't pretty much be saying stuff about her, okay? She over there on TikTok spreading hang wide and hanging it low, okay? You don't say nothing about Martell running around here like a rabbit out of control, okay? And you damn sure don't say nothing to the Scotts at all. And they've been out of control and will continue to be out of control. Just because they throw the rock and hide their hand doesn't mean they aren't out of control, because they are, okay? So I want to know, who is this for? Is it just for her because she's connected to the millimeters? Or is it for every cast member, okay? And we want to see how that works out for you. But I say all that to say, that would be, if that's if that is what you guys agreed to, whether you did or you didn't, now you guys got to get creative. Send some people that know a little bit more than, just as much as you guys know, to have a conversation with the bloggers. Because I know bloggers will be open to the makeup artists. Shout out to Jay. Okay. I know the bloggers would be, they can't put a muzzle on people that's connected to you, right? So you guys will have to get creative and delivering and connecting with the bloggers, right? Because truth be told, the bloggers is popping. Say what the fuck you want to say. The bloggers got it going on, okay? Get your popcorn and get ready. We slam dunking them, motherfucker, okay? So with that being said, so they're saying that that's all that's going on in this secret meeting, and this is the reason why CK is mad and he's basically red right now, okay? They said that he is blowing He's blowing fire right now. He's mad as hell. And he's probably mad because Melody is basically the head of these millimeters, and he's probably pushing the blame on her. Okay, now this all is allegedly, in my opinion, but I want to look at some current messages that she put out there that will connect to this meeting that Sherelle says has been had behind the scenes. Let's talk about it. Now, the first thing she says that if hurting me doesn't hurt you, then you don't love me. You are using me. Now, we can go off the limb and say she has to be talking about Martell and she has to be talking about CK. I'm going to say maybe it's not none of them, because I know that life goes on after these folks. And I know that she don't go to sleep thinking about these folks, especially not a Marty Marr, okay? So I'm going to say that maybe someone maybe close to her, portrayed to be something that they weren't, and she later found out, you know what, they're really not team me. And how could you do such a thing and not think twice about how it was going to make me feel? But you said that you love me, okay? So I can definitely understand that, but I'm going to say that this has absolutely nothing to do with a Marty Marr or a CK, all right? Even though we can fit them in there, we can tell our opinion, we can even plug them in certain scenarios where this statement will fit, but I'm not thinking that this is for them in this moment. I'm just saying. And she goes on and says that I've been working / moving on some stuff the true Scorpio way. But if for one moment any lame thinks my silence is me wavering the white flag, baby, I've been over here seeing nothing but red. You have no idea. And I say all that to say, listen, truth be told, that's the way she's been moving already. Don't confuse my silence with I ain't got the heart to go toe to toe with you, okay? Like she told Martell, listen, you don't get to start the war and then tell me when it's going to end, okay? And that's why I believe that this may be connected to what Martell recently done to her. Don't think that my silence says that I don't see you, I didn't hear you, and I didn't notice what you tried to do. Because, baby, it doesn't mean that it's a peace war, but it definitely means that we about to go toe to toe, blood to blood, red to red, okay? And not a real like physical altercation, because baby, she too classy for that, all right? But definitely your money's not as long as me type energy, so I hope you got your funds in order, okay? You don't get to tell me when to stop. Let's move on. And this message here is basically saying how the children, God uses his children to bring the message as well, okay? She says, y'all, woo, I can't make this up. Boss Baby just said, isn't it sad, Mom, that the Bulls have to fight even when they don't want to? It's so sad. And they don't even like the color red, but they show them the color red. God has been sending messages, say less, bet, a red alert, right? Now, this can be more, one or two things, all right? She about to come out, with a new clothing line with Jay Bolin, okay? And it's going to be giving that color red energy, right? But it's also connected to, them making her fight. I didn't try to go here with you, but because you took me there, I met you where the hell you were, okay? So it's basically something in there. I know it is, but we'll stay tuned to find out. But definitely it's connected to Bullseye, okay? Let's move on. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to end the video here because I feel like we've been talking for a little while and I don't want to get redundant with my message, but I think you guys got the message. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about this color red memo and the secret meeting that supposedly has been had, and what Carlos' demands are and what his new rules of the game is, okay? And how should Melody respond, evident what she has responded to, and is there any truth to this, right? It's still all allegedly, in my opinion. You guys let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I love you, Check Mason. There's nothing you can do about it. Until next time, bye.